Harvey Elliott, the half-star. What should Liverpool do with him? He's an excellent player. That's quite obvious. Stating the obvious is always good for listeners. But should he be leaving Liverpool, or should he be accepting his place in the pecking order at an elite club and sort of stay there and work in his craft to perhaps at some point progress to a more regular spot in the first team? Personally, I think the only thing standing in Harvey Elliott's way is the fact that he doesn't have a defined position. Is he a sort of attacking central midfielder according to the previous managers he's had? No, because they haven't played him in that position. He is very industrious, but whether his stature limits him in that position, I don't know. Immediately when I say that, I think of Bernardo Silva, and it hasn't affected him, but obviously they're different people, different players, playing for different teams. Should Harvey Elliott play on the wing, as many people have suggested? I think the biggest problem he has there is that he's not dynamic enough. Literally, he's not quick enough. So if you're not super skillful and an amazing dribbler like a Messi or a Dembele or a Doué, you need to have some speed in order to beat your man, to give yourself that little bit of time for a shot or, a cross. And anyone who's followed his Liverpool teammate Mohamed Salah over the last couple of seasons, you can see that as he has lost a little bit of pace, he's had to adapt his game. And so for someone like Harvey Elliott, who isn't blessed with pace naturally, maybe he therefore needs to adapt his game or become a slightly different player in order to become a starter at an elite club. I think that the fact that he is a sort of a number 10 in a game where number 10s are not played in their traditional sort of free role impacts on him. But then in saying that, Liverpool have just shelled out to bring in the ultimate number 10 in Florian Wirtz. So it remains to be seen how he is played, and possibly could Harvey Elliott be the natural sort of understudy for Wirtz. Yes, I am saying it in that way because I believe that is how it should be pronounced. But yeah, I personally think it would not be the worst thing for Harvey Elliott's career to stay at Liverpool and learn and grow with some of the world-class players that are playing there, rather than the level of club in my mind that he's going to be going to, leaving Liverpool, is going to be exactly the level of club that he came from to Liverpool. So we're looking at your Fulhams, and I'm not saying this in a disparaging way, by the way, great Premier League clubs, established, your Fulhams, your Brentfords. I'm not so sure about the Newcastle, because I can't see him getting into the team there unless it is in a 10 or in a midfield position in a sort of an 8. But then in their midfield, they have Tonali, Guimaraes and Joe Ellington. So I cannot see him getting in there as first choice, which it seems to be he wants to be first choice in a Premier League team and be a regular starter. So I think the main option would be for him to go to a club such as the likes I've said, at Fulham, at Everton in terms of size, not literally Everton because for obvious reasons. But I don't know at the moment who has shown an interest in him. Just that there's been lots of talk, but Crystal Palace perhaps, if Eze were to be stolen away from them by another club, that would possibly be a good fit. We shall see.